McDonald's has over 41,000 locations in the world. Starbucks has over 38,000 locations. Subway has over 37,000 locations, and KFC has over 26,000 locations. These are the top 5 restaurant chains besides this Chinese company around the world, and most of you probably have seen these places everywhere you go. From the thousands of local laws and regulations to the individual employee beef each restaurant has to deal with, all these different factors would be way too complicated and diverse for a parent company to run by itself. It puts all the stress load away from the parent company and moves it all down to the franchisee, whose job is to run that restaurant. But how does franchising even work, and how did it get these companies to be worth billions of dollars? The business model of franchising is where a parent company will sell a location and the rights to its brand to a franchisee. So all of those fast food restaurants you see on the freeway are most likely franchised and not actually owned by the brand you see there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fast food chain either. Stores, gas station, bowling alleys, and gyms can all be franchised, which is why you may see the at participating or select locations quote on an ad. But a franchise can't just be your average middle-class American. They have to be trustable so that the franchisor could have some type of way of making money and have some type of reliable support to make that money. Pretty much all companies that franchise have the franchisees go through a background check, going through their criminal background, their credit history, their education, and their liquid assets. McDonald's, for example, requires that a franchisee must have a minimum of $500,000 to $750,000 of liquid assets to even think about applying. Pretty much, if you aren't already in the top 20% of Americans with some type of business experience, good luck even trying to get a response from these top companies. Although the franchisee technically owns the restaurant, they don't own the brand. The parent company enforces many guidelines that keeps the franchises universal, so it stays the same pretty much every location you go to. Now typically these locations are open in developing neighborhood areas or high traffic areas that's a good distance from the nearest restaurant. No franchisor wants to open in an area where they either compete with their own stores or in a barren wasteland. They need to make money. Speaking of money, let me talk about fees. Now typically the franchisee pays the franchisor a license fee, royalty fees, and sometimes rent if the franchisor owns the land. On top of that, the franchisee has to invest millions of dollars just to start up their own franchise location, which is a risk they will absolutely take. But why? Why would they even do that to themselves? Well, ultimately, they're investing their money for a proven, reputable business with a lower risk of failure and money. We'll get to why that's important later. Now, ultimately, there are 4 big reasons why franchising is so successful for these corporate companies. The first reason is that franchising opens up new locations much faster than a parent company opening up their own stores. The franchisor is only selling their blueprint and the brand of their company to the franchisee, who holds the responsibility of following the franchisor's guidelines and runs the restaurant instead. This removes the financial burden of spending millions to open new locations from the franchisor and puts it on the franchisee to make themselves more money. The second reason why franchises are so successful is that every location that is open makes the franchisor more money. Every new location, sale, equipment, and resource makes the franchisor money. Franchises have to make money from the franchisee by making them pay royalties from their sale. This means the more money a franchise makes, the more money the franchisor will earn from the royalties. The franchisor could force the franchisee to buy from specific suppliers of food, equipment, or other resources or services, and the franchisor will earn a slight commission for every single service or paid product. Sometimes, if the franchisor owns the land, they may charge that franchisee rent to earn some extra cash for that invested land. It's primarily how McDonald's made so much more money than the rest of these fast food chains. All these guidelines and policies with the vast number of franchise restaurants garnered them all this revenue. The more locations they have open, the more money they'll make. They aren't impacted so harshly by recessions due to the fact that they make most of their money from a huge number of locations, regardless if each individual location is profitable or not. The third reason why franchises are so successful is that the franchisee is the one running the location, not the franchisor. The franchisee is the one doing all the dirty work. From handling the hiring process to buying supplies, the franchisor is the one actually running the location. Any problem that happens on a franchise location is fully on the franchisee to resolve, not the franchisor. So if someone decided to break a window and rob a McDonald's, the franchisee's pockets are taking a loss, not McDonald's. This allows the franchisor to focus his efforts on more important things to attract customers. They can invest their resources in developing more advanced technology to beat their competition, improve their franchisee support system, and focus on improving advertising to bring the franchisor even more money. Without franchising, companies such as Starbucks or McDonald's wouldn't be as big as they are today. And that brings me to my final reason. Franchising is heavily reliant on the brand. Now, no dumb franchisee would invest in a brand that has absolutely no reputation, no one trusts, and no one wants to buy from. The brand is what attracts customers to spend money at that location. The opening of new locations is what spreads the brand globally. The brand is what makes the franchisee money, which is why they're investing millions of dollars for that franchise. And since the brand is so recognizable, it has to stay consistent within every location. Every franchisee has to follow the blueprint set by the franchisor to keep the locations consistent so that returning customers could go to different locations with virtually the same experience. The blueprint is a part of the company's brand, and keeping that franchise the same as every other franchise allows for a consumer familiarity in a different location. That's why franchises here in the United States are so successful, and why you can virtually see McDonald's at every freeway you go to. So the next time you stop by your local McDonald's, see it as a real estate investment instead of a fast food restaurant. The only person who's losing is you, because you're the one spending your money on that stupid expensive fast food that's being raised during inflation. California, man. Horrible.